the fear of God in your heart, there's an NPC that will be introduced whose sneak attack is 6d6. Just to put the fear of God in your heart.
I'm getting out some D6.
Oh, shit. I all tapped out of the wrong thing.
Okay.
Why is does my stream screen keep disappearing? There we go. Alright, I've got everything I need. Let me know when you're ready to begin.
I should be good. I got my thing for notes. I got my dice. I got my sheet.
Alright. We're actually not going to start where we last left off. We're going to go back. We're going to go completely as if the events of last session with the rest of the party hasn't happened. Because they haven't yet. We are back at the Morningstar Inn. Kanen has stood outside of the facility, quite aptly using their rogue abilities to remain undetected. They received all the information about the magistrate that very few others did. Of course, as soon as I start streaming and recording, my nose itches like crazy. Of course. But you're standing on your shadow's shoulders, listening in, focused intently on what you're hearing. I need you already to make me a perception check.
That's not my D20. Okay, perception is just going to be my D20 and my perception, right?
I lied. I don't have the right sheet open. I opened the wrong NPC sheet.
Okay.
My monetization I don't have on YouTube. I swore within the first minute.
Perception is just going to be the D20 plus the perception, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I got a 16.
Where is this character sheet? Ah. Nope, that's the dungeon sheet. Where is the character sheet? I thought I had it open. I need to know this character's bonuses.
Oh, God.
It's quite high.
Oh, God.
Ah, there it is. Advancia Prison NPCs. Alright, I have everything open. But, going back to the video, so everything is correct. I'm not very good at this yet. I'm new. Not DMing, streaming. I'm more comfortable streaming than anything. But, with their role in that bonus, yeah, you don't see or hear anything.
Love it.
Fires illuminating the side of the building go out. You're standing on your shadow's shoulders, but as the lights snuff out, your shadow cannot manifest in total darkness. You fall. Your back hits the ground. And now, I get to roll with advantage to hit.
Oh, God.
And if this hits, it's an auto crit.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's a 4. That's not good. That's an 18 on the dice. So, automatic critical, which means at bare minimum, you are taking 24.
Oh, God.
You are taking 36 before I've rolled it. Nope, that's just the sneak attack bonus.
36 is exactly what I got.
Then I'm not even going to roll damage because with this crit, you will take over 40 damage.
God. I get killed in the first 5 minutes.
Hey, I told you it would be scary.
Oh, God.
As you feel a blade sink into your chest.
Oh God.
Shadows fill your vision. It's all you hear is, was that it? You flash back to the capital. You were given orders to kill the pontiff by Alistair, the god of secrets. You were lost, listless. You had no leads on Janice. So, you just did what you were told by someone who seemed to have a lot of knowledge. You make your way into the pontiff's manor. It's well guarded. How do you get in?
Oh. Oh. I didn't know I had to sneak in.
In
Um.
your grasp is the dagger you were given specifically for this job.
I have to keep that hidden. Um. I can use. Can I do hidden step to turn me invisible?
You 100% can.
Well, I will use hidden step and turn invisible and make my way past.
With Hidden
Uh.
Step, it's not a spell, so it wouldn't be detected by magic. You're able to walk cleanly in. You follow behind some other passerbys. The noise from a few houses down is attracting a lot of attention. It seems there's quite a party going on. You think you see ambulance, you see emergency services rushing to that party. I think a Genasi killed a dwarf. To all those watching that don't understand what I'm referencing, this is from session 4, which was not recorded, so you will not understand it until I eventually make my recap video of the entire first 15 sessions. But you make your way inside cleanly and begin your search for the pontiff. As you walk in, there's an air of tension in this building. You walk through hunting for the pontiff. He's your target. He's the person this dagger is meant for. But while invisible, you feel someone grab your shoulder. You are not the only invisible person in this building.
Oh my God.
What are you doing
I've been sent on a mission, and I intend to complete it. Who are you?
here? Sorry about that. That was my mom calling. Hashtag love your mom. No. I don't even have Twitter, X, whatever the fuck Elon's calling. I don't give a shit. Elon's a piece of shit.
It confused me so much when it turned to X. I was looking for Twitter, and I could not find it.
Well, when he buys YouTube and my career that doesn't exist gets destroyed, you know why.
Musky bastard.
You, all you hear is, "Don't get in my way," and whatever that hand on your shoulder disappears. You do not know where they went.
Okay.
You continue creeping through the manor until you hear voices inside the pontiff's study. given much information on the man, but you were told that was one of 3 likely locations that he would be. Standing within the study, the door is closed. Do you try to listen through the door, or do you try to enter?
I'm going to listen through the door.
Alright. Give me a perception check, and I'll give you advantage on this. Because I'm feeling generous today.
Okay. $18.
You hear a gruff older man speaking to someone who sounds quite young and ill-tempered. You hear, "Alexander, you know not your place anymore. You have forgotten that you do not yet hold the seat of pontiff. You are a cardinal, and you cannot speak to me in an official manner on these topics. Father, we both know I will be taking your seat eventually. It is an inevitability, and it is my birthright. It is your brother's birthright that he forfeited. Be proud that you lucked into the seat." You hear just... You don't even have to hear voices. You could hear just from the way he's walking. The person he's talking to is full of rage. I deserve to have my voice heard by the king. I can help. You may whimper. Son, you will take my seat so long as you do not disgrace yourself. I intend to not give you the opportunity. Now, I have business to attend to. Take your leave. Give me a dex saving throw as the door burst open.
How is a dex saving throw? Is that...
If you look up beside your stats, there's saving throws, and you have proficiency in it as a rogue.
Okay. So a d20 plus that?
Plus the number that you put there, yeah. It's proficiency bonus plus dex bonus for you.
26.
You hear the stomping get closer to the door, and you take a step back long before it has an opportunity to swing open and bash your face. As a man, probably no older than 17, bursts out. He seems disheveled and angry. But standing in the room behind him, watching as his son leaves, is an older man. Blonde. He wears, with his son no longer in the room, that mask of indifference is gone, and he wears a look of worry on his face. Do you enter the room?
Yes.
You enter the room. He walks. He shuts the door. And he walks over to his desk. What will I do? You can't propose such radical ideals to the king. He knows nothing of your presence. He is simply sitting at his desk, looking at a map.
Well, I guess at this point, I'm going to make my way over to him. And I'm going to be behind him. Make sure I'm behind him in case some fuckery happens.
I'm not making you roll an attack roll. The events of this night have already happened.
Yeah. I'm going to pull out the blade I was destined to finish this with. and I'm just going to just jab it into his throat and just cut down.
As the blade sinks, you see a mechanism engage as the poison that was trapped within the dagger is released. Where you stabbed him, and as you cut down, you watch as he chokes, unable to speak. His mouth open, he can't even truly gasp for air, as his tongue turns to liquid in his own mouth. You awaken, water being splashed upon your face, your weapons and gear stripped from you. You are bound to a chair by rope, as an elven woman stands before you, looking oddly at your dagger. About time I caught up with you. You recognize that voice from that faithful night where you were at the Pontiff's house. What, cat got your tongue?
How did you find me? Who even are you?
I have many names, as do you. But my current alias tends to be Mockingbird.
How original.
Coming from a no-name assassin like you, your opinion means less than dirt. I was expecting more from the blade who killed the Pontiff. She toils in her hands with a dagger whose blade seems to be made of pure shadow.
You think that's the blade? You think that's the blade?
No, this is my blade. I'm so tempted to go grab one of my knives. Hello, cat.
If you're looking for the blade that I used then, you're not going to find it. I don't have it.
Oh, I was not searching for the blade that killed the Pontiff. I was searching for the man who stole my contract. And it took me a while to track you down. Luckily, your face has been plastered all over the capital as a wanted man.
Don't I look beautiful, though?
You're quite blue.
Yeah, come with the story of my life. Who was your contract with? Is this Mockingbird?
My contract was with Beans, the cat of the DM. Sorry, we're having an intermission. Cat demands attention. And as I open the door, Mario ran in.
I love Mario.
He's such a turd, but I love him. But, I was contracted much like you by a divine entity. One that I used my information, one that I contacted to get a hold of you. Her shadow begins to creep outward, growing greatly in size, moving on its own, taking a shape not similar to her own. It coils up the wall, its body forming a long tail as the chest stretches out to be a multi-limbed snake creature. I believe you recognize our mutual acquaintance.
I actually don't.
This is the goddess that gave you your powers.
Oh, okay.
Give me a wisdom save.
So off guard. Oh, 20. Not a natural 20, just 20.
You can tell that what is on the wall is not a natural phenomenon. It cannot interact with this world as it currently stands. But this is how I truly found you. You hear, and even though its mouth is moving, you don't hear the words. It's almost as if they're speaking directly into your head. Lost little Kanen. You would serve someone else. Have you already forgotten the gifts I gave you?
What do I even say to that?
The shadow creature's hand moves like this, and your shadow, which never is truly connected to you, manifests itself and looks to be pulled to your feet as if struggling. My gifts should not be so easily ignored.
At all. I'm clueless. Hold on. Okay, hold on. What are you doing? What is happening? Like, what is all this? How is this happening? Just what is happening?
Well, I beseeched a goddess with a connection to you to find you. Because since you stole my contract, you took something of mine, whether you realize it or not. What do you know of the Crow Goddess? Religion check with disadvantage if you want to roll it, otherwise you could just say you don't know.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
And see, my religion's a 0, so well, it's gonna be lower than a 17. 16. 16.
You've actually heard of the Crow Goddess with 16 and no bonus. The Crow Goddess is the god of death.
Is this the one? I don't have my notes.
You have no connection to the Crow Goddess.
Oh.
Saganeth is the god of darkness that severed your shadow from your body.
Oh, so I know nothing of this one at all.
You just know that you've heard rumors that the Crow Goddess is the god of death.
Yeah, I know nothing of the Crow Goddess other than basic rumors.
Well, I have learned quite a great deal about you, Kanen. About your time in the Feywilds. About people in this very city that you might know from the Fey realm. I even have a lead on you-know-who. But if you want information, I need to recover what is mine.
What do you want?
I want help with a job. Or should I say, I will just phrase it as a large job, as it comes in two parts.
Go ahead.
The pirate Captain Gabi has obtained something that doesn't belong to him, as pirates do. But the problem is, what he took belongs to me, and I intend to get it back.
You gonna tell me what it is?
She uses minor illusion to conjure what looks to be a oval sapphire with something dark in the middle. Just an object that I hold with great value. Should you refuse this job, I can kill you while you're bound. I hold no qualms with doing so.
I have no intention of turning this down.
I will give you some information when we retrieve that object from that damn pirate who thinks he deserves everything. But the second half of the job will be far more complicated. The Adavancia prison holds host to a powerful entity that I wish to free.
An entity.
A person, a being, a symbol, whatever the hell you want to call them. They are my boss. And I intend to break them out of prison. To do so, I need that object. And if you help me with these two parts of this mission, I'll give you the information I've learned. After all, I received that information from my boss.
Who's your boss?
That's irrelevant.
To you, maybe.
If you wish to contract this job, I will not be answering that question. He is someone who the church does not like, to put it in the most mild of grandiose terms.
Okay.
He will not
But
he is not an enemy of yours as it stands. But you have conditions?
not necessarily conditions. But I'm hoping you have information on this prison before just sending me in blindly to help you with this escape.
Let us survive the first part of this mission first. And then I can give you quite a bit of information on the prison. I've been planning this for a month after all. Or at least since you stole my contract. The shadow on the wall begins to recede. Once again, just taking the form of a normal shadow. But you feel a presence leave the room when it does so. The goddess that just spoke to you is no longer there. You look confused.
That was the actual in your.
I am not the goddess of shadows. I simply made her an offering and she sold you to me. Not in a slavery tent, but in your location.
Fair.
You see, I will give you this bit of information. The person we are going to be saving from the prison is quite dear to the goddess of shadows. But also quite reviled from the god of secrets. and thus that is why I must be coy with their identity. It's quite a divine affair, I would say. But I'm here for coin.
All right. I've got no objections.
She snaps her
I'll do it.
fingers. The ropes fall from you. If they were illusory the entire time, you could have stood up the entire argument. You carry odd weapons for an assassin. As she looks at your wooden dagger, the only thing she has not given back to you. Do you have a preferred prey of vampires?
No, I have no problems with vampires. Unless they are a problem to me anyway.
And yet you carry a stake as your primary weapon. Odd. But we go tonight. This job cannot wait. Before she even steps out the door, her clothes change appearance. Rather than the blackened leather armor she was wearing, her armor takes the appearance of a sailor's outfit. Her body begins to change as she grows a beard, her elf ears disappear, her hair changes color, and she takes on a completely different appearance. It's like, we need to blend in at the docks.
I assume I'm going to do the same.
You take on the appearance of a sailor.
I'm going to take on the appearance of a sailor along with Mockingbird.
Birds of a feather. Alright, down to the docks. Under cover of darkness, you step out. You are standing outside of just quite literally a shack in the fucking woods.
Where did you even bring me to?
It's a spell. The hut disappears. I am quite well versed in a great deal of magics. While I am not the most apt of Fuck, I forgot to change identity and I shifted back to her old voice for a second. Can I do this in the voice I was just using? I know quite a bit of magic, even though I'm not much of a spellcaster. I have quite a few objects that can do it for me.
Well, when Brittany said that she called you, she did call. Melissa.
You'll need to show me sometime. Hold on a minute.
Might want to mute your mic. So, how's everybody doing tonight? What's up?
Lord have mercy. Anyway, I think I was saying you'll have to show me sometime.
I doubt we'll have the opportunity.
There's always an opportunity if you do the things the right way, but let's move forward from wherever you've taken me.
You make your way into the city. It's actually quite a far walk to the docks of Advancia, as it is one of the larger harbor cities. You see abandoned construction equipment everywhere. You see the empty stage. Even in the dark, you can hear the protests from the bards. Instead of going left where the protests are, you follow under cover of night to the right, towards the Phyrexia docks. Nobody pays true mind to two sailors, even walking the docks at night. But as you walk to the edge of the water, another animal pushes open my door that doesn't latch properly.
Alexa, turn on plug. Turn on plug. Alexa,
Hey, Paris.
turn on plug. Do you still hear me fine with that on?
Yeah, I still hear you fine. Paris walked in, so I'm petting my dog.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I need to get a proper camera so that way I don't have to adjust my whole laptop to go, look at my dog! But, look at my dog.
Y'all Paris.
Sorry if I gave anybody motion sickness.
Oh no. I need to go home for the day, Mr. Teacher, sir. I don't feel good.
But, as you approach the edge of the water, she just goes, do you know how to breathe underwater? Do you have any object to do so?
I can breathe underwater.
Good, then I don't have to waste one of my polymorph potions. As you watch her pull something from her pocket, it looks different than anything you've ever seen. It looks like a carved bone with a rune etched into it. She puts it in her mouth and it fits like a mouth guard. She instinctually moves her hands to flick her hair off of her neck, only to remember she's in a disguise that doesn't have long hair. As gill slits form on the side of her neck. Alright, we have quite the swim. And she dives into the water.
I have my necklace of adaptation, so I can survive underwater just fine. So I'm going to follow her in.
You have to swim for quite a distance. Like, this is exhausting. Give me just a constitution saving throw to keep on trucking.
Nat 20.
You've never really dealt with the ocean, but fuck it, seawater's fine. She's like, yeah, I can swim like this. In fact, with a nat 20, let me see how she's doing. Good at nat 20, but she's doing fine. You're keeping complete pace with her underwater. She speaks underwater through this mouth guard. Don't surface until we reach the ship. You'll know when we do, because I will surface first.
Aye, aye, Captain.
She says all of this through clenched teeth, as you see the bone fitted in her mouth with the rune on it. She's got
And I can talk.
She's got
I can
cool
talk.
spy gear.
Yeah, but I can talk just fine. I don't need the gear. I'm just talking.
You swim quite far out, but with the ability to breathe underwater, you don't truly have to rush because neither of you are on a time limit. At least as far as the swimming is concerned. You arrive. She looks up, and there's a massive shadow beneath you. It's hard to see down because without there being moonlight reflecting off the water, it just looks like you are swimming in the void. Am I sensing a little bit of thalassophobia?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Fear of the water, or fear of deep ocean.
Oh, I can't swim normally, so
I love swimming.
I have tried, and I have succeeded one time.
But there's a chain penetrated deep into the darkness, where the anchor has been set down to waylay the ship. She points up and goes, "Climb quietly." The chain links, even grabbing the chain links, like they are thick. She begins climbing the anchor, leaving the water.
I'm gonna follow her up.
Give me a either athletics or acrobatics check. I'm assuming you're going to go with acrobatics because you're a rogue.
Yeah, I get a 25.
Rogues and their skills.
I have a 10 in acrobatics.
You are both just hand over fist climbing up this anchor until you see the deck of the ship approaching. And she looks down and looks up at the crew, puts a finger over her mouth as a crewmate walks by, and she reaches up, grabs him by the mouth, and pulls him over, her foot in the chain, and sinks it square into his chest. Yeah, he's dead. She takes a small length of rope, ties it around his wrist, and then ties that rope to the anchor chain so he won't splash into the water. As she pulls herself onto the deck of the boat.
Okay.
To be fair, she did not hide the fact that she is a full-on assassin.
Yeah, I am going to follow Mockingbird the assassin on board.
You're just scared because she one-tapped you.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna do what the scary
but I
lady
wasn't ready.
says.
But I wasn't ready.
Why are you
She
gonna do?
wasn't ready.
Why are you gonna do what the scary lady says? Oh, because she has proven that she can kill me.
That, and she has information that I want, so I will do what I have to.
All right. Do you pull yourself on deck, or are you going to take an
Yes.
alternate path to scout the ship? Remember, you don't have to just
I'm
follow her lead if you have ideas.
I'm going to follow her on deck right now because I don't know where anything is, and she seems to know a little bit more about what she wants done. So I'm going to follow her for the moment.
The item. Hey, Twigs. The item will be on the captain as she looks around and sees someone in the crow's nest. And she pulls out a scroll, whispers into it, and casts Pass Without Trace on both of you. That is an extra plus 10 on your stealth rolls.
Cool.
Yeah, if you ever find a way to get Pass Without Trace as a rogue, you're just undetectable.
Love it.
Outside of nat 1s, that means the average rogue, before they have the ability to just go, yeah, this rolls a 10. The average rogue, if they roll a 2 on the dice, will have rolled a 21.
If I roll a 2 on the dice, I will have a 22.
My point
So,
exactly. And her bonuses are higher than yours, so only imagine. It's nuts.
yeah, so does this only work for one go with stealth, or is this for...
It's so long as you are within 15 feet of her.
Okay.
Actually, I should probably check the range on Pass Without Trace. Wait a second. It's a bullshit spell to have if you're being sneaky.
We should probably... I'm good with just saying for right now that as long as I'm with her, and then we can...
Yeah, but I want to be sure. It lasts an hour.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, they have to be within 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's even better.
We need to track the captain. Remain within range of me.
Okay.
And for the sake of you exploring the ship, I will give you the options. There is a room on the deck that has a staircase going above it that leads to the steering of the ship. There's a room behind that. There's also stairs downstairs. I will let you take the lead of where we start searching.
Mm, I want to say you said there's stairs downstairs.
They're on the deck. There's stairs that go into the belly of the ship. There's also a room underneath where the steering is, and if you climb up a set of stairs, there's a room behind that.
Let's go under where the room under where the steering is.
All right. Stealth check, which, unless you guys nat one, this is almost fucking arbitrary for two rogues with pass without trace on. Oh!
Do I add the proficiency bonus?
You're proficient in it, so you add proficiency bonus plus deck bonus plus 10.
I don't know what's my dex bonus again, because I don't remember that. I'm at a 40 without the dex bonus.
What did you roll?
17.
I also rolled a 17. You rolled a 40 and a 42 as a pair of rogues. Y'all motherfuckers are so hard to see. Y'all are ghosts on this ship.
Woo!
You enter the room underneath where the steering is, and you see lots of... Everything is like a foot lower than you'd expect for an average-sized person. This room was made for someone smaller. Looking up, sleeping in what seems to be a hammock is a fox person. You missed last session, so you don't know who this is. But they are sleeping. You see around the room lots of trinkets and trowels and all sorts of various objects. And you see a little glint in the eye of the person who has been leading you on. And you're just like, no, I must resist. I must resist. Give me an insight check. And after this insight check, I'm going to use the bathroom.
Why must we resist? We could. I get a 4.
You don't read shit.
Yeah.
You think that's their killer instinct, wanting to kill the person in this room, from what you've seen? Has nothing to do with other impulses.
I'm thinking walking in this room, let's steal shit, but...
Do you say something about stealing shit? Or do you just start stealing shit?
I say, I'm just going to start taking stuff, because I can be stealthy about it.
I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we'll resolve that. As my animals continue to push open the door behind me, I don't even know why I bother closing it.
I'll be right here. Okay, before I just start taking stuff, can I roll to see if I see anything that
Give me a
stands
second.
out. And
I did not have my headphone in.
before I just start taking stuff, can I roll to see if I see anything that's like appears to be really special or similar to something that I've seen before?
Yes, in fact, we're going to roll it anyways because seeing you steal, she is also going to steal.
Okay.
That was the urge she was fighting.
So do I roll
Just
stealth
give
or
me... Just give me a flat luck check. Just a d20. Because your stealth was high enough. I'm not going to make you re-roll that shit.
don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. 19.
Okay. And she rolled a 17. Fine, make it quick. Look around, and you see a few gemstones, bit of gold, stuff that you normally see. But you also see a ring. Seems a little out of place because it's not too fancy. As you get closer, there's runes etched in this ring. This is a magical object.
I'm
You
taking
don't.
it.
You have unidentified magical ring. You'll have to have that identified to know what it does.
Yes. Do I get to take some of the gemstones and the gold?
Nope, I'm going to say that 19 gives you a magic ring.
Okay.
As she takes some of the gemstones and gold. You must hurry. You can't tell here. The fox is sleeping and she's just like, "Oh, no! It's my ship! Fuck you!"
Okay.
As her leg starts doing that dog thing.
No. No. Starts chasing rabbits.
She is a fox. Stone cold fox. You know, I better not say that. People will start assuming I'm furry. No shame,
Does
but
it
I'm not.
does it chug Coors Light? You called it Stone Cold Fox.
Oh, that's right. You're a wrestling nerd. Forgot for a second. Listen, I'll call you a wrestling nerd and all that. Motherfucker, I play Warhammer. I am not on any pedestal above anybody.
No, just next to its bed, there's just a bunch of foxwisers around.
You know what? I will say you could pick up a bottle of rum worth about $300.
Okay. Randomly.
Captain isn't here. We need to find him. Perhaps we should try the captain's quarters next. As you leave the room, I need another stealth check. That's
Ooh.
the same roll. She got 42 again.
I got a nat 20.
Mission it. Y'all can walk on the deck shouting as far as I'm fucking concerned. Nobody's hearing shit. You make your way up the stairs, and there's nobody currently on top of the ship. While there are people walking on the deck, you guys are among shadows. Nobody is seeing you.
Am I seeing anybody familiar around at all? Anything? Anybody?
That you know? No.
Okay.
You weren't there last session, so you didn't meet these people.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. This is happening before them, so I don't know if, like, they're
No.
there as we're there.
They did theirs in the middle of the day. Tomorrow, it's still the middle of the night.
Okay,
Yes.
so what
Hmm?
happened to them hasn't happened yet.
No, this is all happening before their session.
Okay.
Yep, your stuff's happening in the middle of the night. Their whole adventure happened during the next day.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked out the timeline.
Time continuity. That's useful.
That's also why you're getting railroaded slightly harder than I usually do, because I have to keep things within certain constraints, because certain changes can't be made for the events of tomorrow to happen.
Yeah.
That's why this is a lot more railroady than my normal session.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so we're making our way on the deck.
The captain's quarters is locked. I'll keep a lookout. Try to get the door open. You try to pick the lock?
Yep.
Alright, are you just using your thieves' tools?
Yeah.
Alright, proficiency bonus. You can add to this, plus dex.
Is that
It's
what
because
is
you're
that?
because you're using the thieves' tools, it means you can add your proficiency bonus and your dex to this.
Oh, so it's just a roll plus proficiency plus dex, right?
Yes. Hey, I built this session to be all shit you're good at.
That is 16, 17, 18, 19. 23.
Even with a 23, you struggle slightly to get the door open. And it's a well-locked door, but as you finagle with it, you find like where it's hitching and where the turns out this lock wasn't made for a normal key. The door opens. It was a bit of a struggle even with a 23, but you managed to get the door open. Inside the captain's quarters, it is not like what the first mate's quarters looked like. While their quarters had a lot of treasure, it still seemed like normal pirate quarters. There's a king-size bed with fucking silken sheets in here.
Oh, God.
There is a statue that if you look at the bottom, it was clearly just literally ripped out of the ground somewhere.
Is it a gold statue or a bronze statue?
It's a bronze statue.
Oh, wow.
There's not so much treasure, but all the luxuries you could imagine. Hell, he has what looks to be a fondue machine. Gobby lives a lavish lifestyle. I hope he's hidden in here. Come on. Maybe there's some clues in here. You walk into the room with Mockingbird as she is searching for something. Roll me an investigation check. I will do the same for her. That's my first bad roll of the day.
19.
She's struggling to find anything as you hear her mumble under her breath. Who needs 18 different jackets?
This was investigation, right?
Yes.
I forgot I have proficiency in that. So that makes it 22.
But who needs 16 different coats in 3 different colors? As she struggles to find that, your attention is actually drawn to a map laid out on the table. Remembering what was on the Pontiff's desk, he seems to have the same map, with a few places that are marked off and notes written on it that say things like, not here, not here. Under
A
that,
Mockingbird.
what? She covered
This
over.
map. It's like what was in the Pontiff's study. And it seems he's looking for something.
Fuck! We don't have time for that. We must find the sapphire. If you want to roll, that was a big fat nat 1 on my end.
What am I rolling for?
If you want to roll investigation on the map again, you can. I rolled. By the way, my 2 investigation rolls were a 2 and a 1.
21.
notice, but you seem to notice a pattern that everywhere that's marked is a ruin of some kind.
Can I take the map?
You may.
I'm going to quickly roll the map up and...
You can just put it in a map tube. They actually have like a full-on map tube. Hear it?
Okay.
This
I'm gonna put
is a ship. There's lots of maps.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in a map tube and hide it away on myself while we continue looking.
As you continue to search the room, you don't seem to be finding anything else, but you hear a knock at the door. Captain! Captain, we need your attention! Ah, shit! Fuck up!
Okay, I'm going to, since this is a whole different thing, I can do the hidden step here, right? I'm gonna just hidden step.
You watch as her features shift. She gains hair. She grows out a mane. Her clothes change color to that of, like, flamboyant red captain's garb. She's like, I'm busy, what do you need? Captain, we need you down in the hold. There's gambling going on. Gambling? Yeah, and you're not part of it! Where the hell are you? We're waiting for you! You bet the biggest! I'll be down in a little bit! Ah, Captain! Come on! Go down there and start the game without me! I'll play in a bit! Are you sure this isn't sounding like yourself? And that's a nat 20 deception. She's just like, I'll be down there, you know me! I do know you. Alright. Bring the big gold. We got a lot riding. As that sound leaves, and you hear their voice return to the voice that they heard before they were disguised at all, and they go, oh, jeez, that was a close one. Well, it seems the captain hasn't returned to the ship. So we have a little bit of time to find what I'm looking for, and I hope he stashed it in his quarters.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to go for another investigation check. Why is my voice so hoarse today?
Where's 18? 24.
Well, I finally started rolling dog shit. You both find it at about the same time. Under the desk where that map was on, there seems to be a false bottom to the desk. Give me a hand here. You both lift and pull out and slide as a whole puzzle appears before you. There's runes just scattered about that don't seem to make sense. Why would someone as stupid as Captain Gavi be able to have so many damn puzzles? I think our best bet is to wait for the captain to return to his ship. Perhaps he'll know where it is, if he has not forgotten already.
So I'm assuming we're going to put this back in place. And is Mockingbird going to go gambling as the captain?
No.
Okay.
I think
So what is your plan? Are we going to hide out here until the captain returns?
that would probably be the best bet. He likely kept the object on his person, or it's hidden by this puzzle that I have no hint to solve.
Am I still invisible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Assuming I can stay like that.
You only have an hour.
Okay, well, let's hope he gets back in an hour.
You watch as Warlock magic dances against her fingers. Most of the spells you've seen her cast, she's used an object of some kind, usually a spell scroll, as she casts invisibility on herself. By the way, that ends your pass without trace. You no longer have the +10, but you're both fucking invisible. Time passes.
Not too
And you don't have to wait too long, about 10 minutes, when teleporting directly into the room is Gabi and a black wizard. That was fun. We gotta go meet the locals more. Captain Gabi, they hate us with a passion. I must discard this disgusting human form I took. Let me end my polymorph. As he transforms back from a person into a cat. What was that reaction? Did you forget about Cat Black, the Black Cat Wizard?
Wasn't really expecting it, even though you said a black wizard.
Black Cat, the Black Cat, or Cat Black, the Black Cat Wizard. I love this character more than you know.
What was the one Jack Black movie with the school and the music? What was that?
School of Rock.
I was going to try and make a cat pun out of that, but I don't know how you get a cat pun out of that.
Funny enough, you're going to get more out of this conversation than she will, because she can't speak with Beast, and the cat is no longer speaking Common.
Ah, okay.
And neither is Gabi.
What is Gabi speaking?
He's speaking the same language as Cat Black. He's speaking,
okay.
He's basically speaking cat. Which is not a tabaxi trait, by the way. This is just something he's doing.
Okay.
As you hear, I wish we could go out drinking more often. But if we're going to kill the magistrate, we're going to have to actually get our game going. He's decided that he doesn't want to honor the deals his father set in place. Fine. We'll raise hell in this city.
Okay. Out of character, so it doesn't get said out loud. What is it with all these people having problems with their parents?
Because I wrote it. Someone who has as I wrote it, somebody who has severe father issues.
Okay.
And to be fair, this has nothing to do with his parents. This is him being like, oh, you don't want to honor the deal that your dad did? Fuck you.
Yeah, the magistrate and his dad, the pontiff, or whatever he's called, and his son, youngest son.
It's almost as if I didn't have a good relationship with my father.
Okay. Back in character, he's bitching about dad.
No, he's bitching about the magistrate being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Well, you don't seem to understand, Gabi. We were lucky that we didn't have to cause chaos with the last magistrate. We need to get back to the map. We need to find the other eye. As Gabi's like, fine, you're always right, cat. Use my full title. I don't like to be demeaned with this name you gave me. Okay, Cat Black, you pretentious dick. As they walk over to the desk. We had the map out, right? Yes, we had the map out. Where's the map? Nat 1 from Gabi. Gotta open something else out.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. I just need to open the character sheet of the Advancia NPCs. Don't exactly need to do that for a Nat 1 from a character. But Cat Black rolled decently high. I love him so much.
Oh shit.
Oh, what was the oh shit as I scroll pages?
If he rolls decently high, he's probably figuring out that it was me specifically. Somehow.
Cat Black's never met you.
No, but I'm known and wanted.
Why would he know that you took his map? He doesn't know you. These people don't know you, actually. They may know. Remember, they're also wanted criminals. But you are going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
As the book opens in front of Cat Black being held by a mage hand. And he casts Locate Object.
Oh, fuck.
It's over there. In the empty corner of the room. Yes, something is there. That is where our map is. The spell does not fail. What do? They are looking right at you. They do not see you.
Shit. Oh, God. Dude. Is there anything I can do? Sleight of hand to make it look like there's... I don't know. I'm already invisible. What do I do?
Do you have any ideas? I'll let you try anything.
The first thing came to my mind was just attack them, but I don't want to do that.
Well, if you want to go with the sleight of hand plan, you can roll sleight of hand to make it look like it's just leaning against the wall.
But then they would still come over. I imagine this is going to...
They're going to come over anyways. The way Locate Object works is he knows where it is for about the next hour.
Okay, we'll do sleight of hand. And that's 18, 19, 20, 22.
Alright, see if either of them catch you. I was rolling so hot at the start of the session. That is the third one! Gabi is rolling like dog shit! Gabi doesn't notice dick! Cat Black notices it over there, but he does not catch you placing it there. You may roll stealth to try to, like, away without your footsteps being heard.
That's a nat 20.
You inch away very easily. Despite the fact that they have very good senses, they do not sense you. Maybe I put it over there. Come on, let's open it up. No, that was not a suggestive motion, Matt. That was them emptying the map tube. It just looked like I was jerking off something invisible behind me.
Okay.
As they open the map behind me, I'm going to roll stealth check for Mockingbird.
Oh, God.
Ooh, that's a 19 on the die with that stupid bonus of hers. Oh, yeah. She walks over. She is looking over their shoulders. Invisible. You can't tell us what she's doing, but that's what she's doing.
I'm going to assume I'm going to try and do the same, because if they're looking at the map, going to point at stuff, then I want to know too.
You get so much information on your solo session.
I know.
Well, that's because I have you completely on the rails.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Welcome to the theme park ride. Chugga, 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 chugga. What are you rolling? What's your stealth?
what am I? Well,
What's your
oh,
stealth?
yeah. That is. 29.
Neither of you are
That
being heard.
that was a low roll for me.
What was it?
16.
That's not. 16's pretty high on the die.
I know it's pretty high on the die, but it starts to scare me when it gets below 17.
But,
I
she's
know
like,
I still have high stuff and everything, but low stuff scares me when it gets under 17.
yeah, you recognize this as the map of the coastline of Tabris. Well, we found the left eye here. She, even while invisible, you almost feel the air shift at that as she perks up on that.
Where are they pointing to on the map?
They're pointing to something called the Ruins of Starlight.
And they found the left eye?
Where they found the left eye.
How can they tell which eye is which?
Well, I think once we're done with this Advancia business, we should check out the ruins of the Elnora Temple. That's it. The ruins of the Elnora Temple. If the left eye was here at the Temple of Starlight, maybe her other temple will have the right eye. Let's take a look at our prize. Reaches under the desk.
Oh, no.
He starts arranging the runes in what seems to be a random pattern. But once he has them splayed out in a certain way, they shine, they sink into the desk. They form a magical circle directly on the desk as a sapphire appears. I put a lot of thought into all this.
It's what Mockingbird's looking for, ain't it?
He picks it up, and it's pretty good size. It's like the size of an egg. And there's a moving black mass in the middle that almost looks like a pupil. Ah, what a fine treasure. And Mockingbird is not fucking around with this.
You gonna try and cut throat?
Oh no, this is an ambush. Yeah.
Can we take a bathroom break first?
Cool, I've already rolled, but yeah.
Okay. I'll be
I'll
back.
calculate damage while you go. I suppose one of these. What's up?
My phone was
Sorry.
dying, so I had to throw the card real fast.
How's chat doing? As I realize my camera's not up. There we go. Ah yes, Tony, illuminated in red. Being a diligent note taker for once.
Huh?
Being a diligent note taker for once.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying your solo railroad ride?
It's kind of lonely up in here, but yeah.
Which is why you have had a companion all session. Don't worry, you'll be rejoining the party next session. Pull your shirt down, Twitch TOS.
Is that better?
I don't care.
I know, but okay.
Yeah, she stabs him for 63 damage.
Holy God!
Yeah, remember,
seeing that,
we only calculated the crit on your end.
should I go, is she going for the captain or Cat Black?
She stabbed the captain. She stabbed the captain and is reaching for the gem in one move. Upon stabbing, she appeared visible.
Should I stab Cat Black?
That is up to you. She made no calls. This is spur of the moment. But Gabi took a massive chunk of damage.
Okay, I guess I'm going to get Cat Black because obviously there's something there.
You're rolling with advantage because you're stabbing from stealth. This will break your invisibility.
Oh, thank God. I rolled a nat 1. Straight to a nat 20.
Alright, so you also get to roll this as a crit. 2 rogues invisibly hiding for an ambush are bullshit.
What do I need to roll?
You need to roll your damage, which is your weapon damage. You need to roll your sneak attack, and then max possible damage from your sneak attack. So, 12, 18... What's your weapon dice?
If I use the rapier, it's a D8.
You're doing a minimum of 24 damage, plus whatever you roll on your damage dice. Plus your modifier. So plus 4.
This is a lot.
Yeah, rogue sneak attack is really strong, and rogue crits are bullshit.
Okay, what do I need to roll? Because I gotta roll a D8.
Roll your D8.
That is a 6.
So it's 6 plus 18, so 24, plus 4, so 28. So,
And then 3 D6, or for the sneak attack.
Now you get to roll your sneak attack.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow, that was not good sneak attack rolls. But Cat Black is a wizard. Let's see if Cat Black is down. Let's see if your first offensive action is to almost murder a cat. Oh God, that does take Cat Black down. Your blade sinks into the cat as he is down. She takes the gem, and before either of you can move, you take a powerful punch to the face.
Yay.
It's fine, it's not going to be rogue powerful.
Was I fully healed before we did this?
Yeah.
Okay.
You take 12 bludgeoning damage. And he just starts swinging. She returns to her normal form, the one that she met you in, as before, because that was just his reaction, she pulls you back with the eye in hand, grinning back at the pirate captain. You shouldn't take what doesn't belong to you, Gami. She grabs you, pulls you outside, activates a rune upon her boots, and you are lifted into the air as she casts fly. You hear the sound of... You see lights going up on these ships. You see fires being lit. And you hear the captain. I will kill you! As you both begin flying back towards the city. So, how was your first heist? Rogues are
That was
bullshit
fun,
when they want to be, huh?
Yeah.
It's one of the strongest classes in D&D.
Damn near killed a cat, but
Yeah, you took a cat into unconsciousness.
they never did find the cat in their session, did they?
Oh no, they met Cat. They didn't find it in their session. The session before they met Cat Black.
Yeah, they did, and then this is that same night, right?
Yep. Basically, them
Yeah.
arriving was after they teleported away from Stubble.
Yeah, and then they didn't find the cat after this session.
Nope.
Okay, so at least I didn't do anything horrible.
Give me a second. I'm checking something. And the cat's not dead. You just took him into unconsciousness, just like they did you. Why is my mouse cursor not appearing? There we go.
I got a
Well,
text
yeah.
from the guy. I got a text from the guy you used to work with at Double Quick and said a dude had the nozzle in his car and drove off. And I was like, I didn't have to deal with it. Anyway.
Man, I am tired. But, you make your way back to the city. This character, who has been very serious the entire time you've known them so far, is literally doing spirals, like almost giggling in the air with joy. The eye firmly in their grasp.
Should I ask what that does?
Let's wait till we get somewhere safe.
Okay.
She flies, and you even see what seems to be an old castle on the water. It's odd that the magistrate wouldn't live there, but even since you are flying above it, you see there's guards stationed everywhere. There's a large tower in the back. There's little fire elementals just going about doing business. As you fly over the Adavancia prison in the dead of night on a new moon.
Wait, did she say it's odd that the magistrate would live there?
Oh, that isn't said out loud. That's just a commentary. She hasn't said anything about the building. I'm just saying what you notice.
Oh. Okay.
You fly pretty far over the city until you arrive at a pretty secluded warehouse, not far from the prison. Come on in. She's being a lot more friendly friendly than she was when this adventure first started.
Okay.
Walks in the door. It's a pretty. This looks. You've worked jobs before. This is just. You can tell this is a safe house. It's pretty bare bones. There's bed. There's plate. There's some food. Like, this is a hideaway house for doing jobs. I can't believe he actually had it. And she is staring into this sapphire. Make me an Arcana check.
Okay, just a 14.
That's a pretty magic object, all right.
So, I have no interest in finding. I'm assuming from what I'm hearing, there's another half. I have no interest in finding the other half. Unless that becomes something we do later on, whatever. But, what exactly is this?
Well, you said you'd heard of the Crow Goddess, but knew nothing about her. This is one of her eyes. As she turns it towards you, the little black spot looks at you.
So, I'm assuming you want to return that to her.
Oh no, I have my own intentions with this. But it's the first thing we're going to use it on is breaking my boss out of prison. I'll even do you a boon. She hands you a scroll. It's a scroll of identified that you can use on that ring.
Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and use it on this ring.
You open up the scroll, there's a circle to place an object, place the ring on it. It's covered in a magical energy. And what it is written on that scroll. What you have there is a ring of dark conjuring. What it does is 3 times per day allows you to cast the spell Darkness. Or not 3 times, 2 times per day. Allows you to cast the spell Darkness without material components. It does require attunement.
Oh, what?
I'll explain attunement between sessions again. Remember the whole lecture we had about objects that you can only be attuned to 3 and all that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's twice per day. Recharges on long rest. You may cast the spell Darkness without material components.
Okay. Was not what I was hoping for, but I'm still excited.
What were you
Kind of
for?
something else. This inhibits my shadow, though, so it worries me. So we found your eye.
Well, first I need to do something to smuggle it into the prison. You watch as she shifts her body, and she makes her eye sockets hollow. And places it in her eye socket.
Oh God!
Closes it around as if it was a normal eye, and then she changes the way her outfit looks so that she now has an eye patch. Us changelings have to be creative. But
It's very creative. Are you gonna go Medusa on everybody at the prison? Is that
No, this eye will allow me to break the seals to trap my boss. Which
what
leads
city?
us to the second half of this. I know not exactly the manner of these seals, but let's just say you just helped me steal the skeleton key to them.
Okay.
We'll still have to deal with any traps and trials in the way. But, let me give you this. She hands you a map of the prison. That'll be the first gift I give you. I plan on getting myself arrested. I'm going to work this job from the inside. But, you said you had questions about the prison. I've been staking it out for several weeks. What would you like to know?
Is there anything special about the security of the prison? Is there anything special
Yes.
about what they do with prisoners?
While it is not a cruel prison, they have fewer guards than most prisons. Because rather than being trapped within the confines of mortal guards, they used methods. Do you know what methods are?
No.
They're small elementals. I believe I should probably tell you the story of Adavancia Castle. The magistrate and his family once lived in what is now known as the Adavancia prison. But, and this happened hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, the castle came under siege from pirates. Unable to defend themselves on the water against the might of the pirate fleet, they conjured an elemental from the plane of fire. The elemental did help them defeat the fleet, but as a force of nature, it did not stop when it finished with the fleet. Unable to expand into the city as the castle was built on the water, it took over the castle, burning and charring and destroying as much as it could. It's said that an ancestor of the current magistrate was a powerful sorcerer that managed to seal the elemental within the prison. And because they could no longer live there due to the presence of such a dangerous creature, they converted it from the castle of the magistrate to a prison. They built new walls, new structure, but it has its weaknesses. These methods are harvested from that elemental and bound to the service of the warden.
In what way?
They have control rods given to all the guards, and the warden has the ability to summon more of them by harvesting the cast-off magic of the elemental. Are you following?
Yes.
We have to be careful. She points to different spots on the map. There's a room next to the warden's office where they can view through these sentries. They only have a 45-degree cone of vision, but they can be monitored from that room. So being anywhere near them or in their sight raises the chances that you'll be caught if you're trying to sneak in. There's a few... Now, before I continue on, what questions do you have? They may lead to different answers than I have.
Is there anything special about what they do to prisoners in there?
Well, there's 3 segments of this prison. Right in the gate are the prisoners that are not guilty of anything that will hold them long term. They're just holding cells, things like public drunkenness and disturbing the peace. Those that are properly arrested are sent to one of two places. Should they be a normal prisoner, they're sent to A block, which is standard prison cells, where they will be kept for as long as their term serves. But where they're likely going to send me is Unit B, which is locked behind a heavy door, and it is the high security area of the prison. The tower we need to enter to save my boss can also only be accessed from Unit B.
So what's the difference in the tower and just regular Unit B?
The tower is a multi-floored area, and unfortunately I cannot give you more information because I cannot access it. All I know is that there's powerful magical seals to keep the prisoner up there.
So the magical seals, does that mean magic doesn't work on the prisoners? Or they just can't use magic?
They have a rather common structure for their magical sealing. Do you know anything about prison cuffs?
Would I say yes here? Like over,
Do you,
like
would you like Kanen to know about prison cuffs? You could roll like a
I'm
history
gonna,
check.
I'm gonna assume he would, and it's gonna be shit because I have a 0 in history, but
You don't need a high roll for this. As you said, these are common.
it was 20. Not 20.
You've been in prison cuffs before.
So
Uh, yeah, you know how they work. Basically, a room and a bunch of magical seals are placed within the prison itself that synergize with the seals carved on the cuffs, so that if you are cuffed while in this prison, you cannot use magic. Not even cantrips.
so you can't use magic, but magic can still affect you.
Yes. Basically, you cannot cast magic so long as you have these cuffs on and are within the prison that they're made for. They are not universal. They are made for prison to prison. Otherwise, they'd be bullshit.
Okay.
Are there any other questions? Because there's quite a bit I can tell you. Especially because I'm trusting you to be involved with such an important job.
Are there any known, not, it's not going to be publicly known, but are there any known weak spots to you that make a good entrance or a good way to get in?
Well, the way I was planning on entering if I was breaking it alone is I was going to go underneath the facility. Because I can change my size, my shape, and can breathe underwater, I could easily infiltrate through the piping system. That might be a bit more difficult for you as you are quite large, even though you share one of those features that you can go underwater.
And I can only shift by a foot.
I may change
So
my size to be quite small. But there's a few different ways. They receive deliveries every day on the water. So either stealing one of those boats or sneaking in within the cargo is also an option.
do you know what these deliveries usually are, or do they always go to the same places, or
They
are they
can,
always different kind of deliveries?
I cannot speak to their actual contents, but I would assume it'd be things like clothes and food for the prisoners and the guards. And it gets delivered to a dock on the side of the prison. I would not recommend a siege through the front, as they are fortified quite heavily to defend themselves if necessary. And at this point, she's already opened the map that she gave you and is pointing to these things.
Yeah.
Now, there's no way to infiltrate from the right side of the prison, as there's no entrances. But, with prep, and if you decided you didn't want to do this alone, as long as you do not tell them of my involvement, I do not mind you involving your cohorts. But it'd be quite easy to fake an intake for prisoners. To sneak people in who are less stealthy than you or I. That is also an option.
What was it?
Okay, the TLDR of what she's saying is, if you don't want to go a complete stealth route, it'd be pretty easy to impersonate a guard and pretend you're bringing all these people in to be arrested. The party members that aren't very sneaky. Ovar. Just calling a horse.
Yeah, I was asking that mainly because it kind of cut out and I couldn't hear it entirely.
Sorry.
But yeah, you're good. I didn't clarify, but I was worried it would cut me out too. So where it.
In the main room.
So I didn't.
In the main room, there's always guards protecting the statue of the Blessed Lord, which is what holds the elemental in place. And beyond that is the warden's office. I would avoid the warden where possible. He's quite perceptive.
Are there certain times of day where the warden is out and about?
He rarely leaves his prison.
I mean, is he usually in his office or is he often walking the halls of the prison?
He patrols once an hour. Right as the hour strikes. He's a very routine man. And he lingers during guard shift, which happens every 8 hours. I like that you're writing down heist plans.
I'm taking notes so that I can kind of relay information.
So you like heists to steal an infinitely more popular D&D catchphrase. God, I've got to rewatch TFS at the table. But to get into the back, you will have to go by the warden's office, as the entrance to the B block is directly past the warden's office. But you can make
The
it
security. How's the security? You said the warden's office is by the back.
Yes. And
How's the security usually back there?
quite strong. There's always posted guards by the warden's office and by the entrance to the mirror room, which is where the person who watches all the sentry cameras is. Now, Now, I do know a popular hangout if you wish to steal some guard uniforms. As during the start and end of most shifts, they go to a bar called the Leaky Cauldron. It should be pretty easy to procure uniforms. But that's if you are deciding to go in the front door. But it might be handy to have those uniforms anyways in case you need a backup plan. As for any particulars, the chef of the prison is someone who I've had my eye on. He doesn't seem to work for the warden, so it may be a route to infiltrate through the kitchens, which are right next to the intake area. And they deliver their food twice a day, at 8 a.m. and 6 p.m.
You've been watching this place for a while.
I'm very good at what I do.
I can tell. I still feel the pain.
And in one of my previous identities before I took to the bloodier side of being a rogue. I was actually a famous thief. You gave me an odd look when I said that.
Would I know the name?
History check.
19.
And since you have no bonus, I'm gonna treat that like the high roll it is. You've known of a famous thief that went by the moniker of Mockingbird. Their name was Talon Quinn. And the last you heard, they were killed during a heist, but here they are.
I don't even know if I'll be able to read these notes. I'm trying to write so fast.
When you're one-on-one and get all the information to make you the equivalent of the party lead for next session. Hey, I'm giving Kanen a breakout moment because you felt like you didn't have enough to do. Well, congratulations, you're the protagonist this session.
Dear God.
And you have all... But you see what I mean when I was telling the party, like, hey, all those gaps in information that you guys have, they're going to be filled in. They're just not going to be filled in by you guys. Because guess what? You're speaking to the person that Gabi wants his shit back from.
I've been paying attention, but I have a legitimate question for Mockingbird. Were you in the room when I attacked the Pontiff?
I was not. I went to his bedchambers, which is how you found him first.
I was going to ask if the map on the desk was familiar or the same as what we just found earlier.
She never made it. I never made it to his office, because by the time I did, the guards had been swarmed.
Could I roll to see if it was the same?
I already told you it was the same.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why. Okay.
Yeah, when you first looked at the map, I told you it was the same map from your flashback.
Why did the Pontiff want... Is that... Your mission wasn't from Alistair.
Considering I despised the man, no, it wasn't. And I never said it was.
I know, I'm just trying to fill my own information gaps. So I was doing it to do it, and you had an actual reason.
I've been tracking down people that have been hunting for these objects. There's 3
I
of them.
wasn't hunting for it. I didn't know it was a thing.
Well, the Pontiff was planning on getting these objects for the government, and I had a keen interest in not letting that happen.
I can see why, but I'm also terrified of you having it, but I'm not intervening. You have all you want.
As she flips open the eye patch with the sapphire eye literally in her fucking eye socket.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Kanen looks away, afraid he's getting turned to stone.
Well, I'd tell you more about these objects, but the more you know about them, the more dangerous they are.
Like you when you're without it.
I don't care whether I live or die. You have an attachment to breathing.
Not so much to breathing, but here we are. Anyway, is there anything? Is there anything else about this prison that I need to know before you go get arrested and I can't get any more things from you?
If you've been caught, I've never known you. We've never met each other. This job never happened. I don't exist.
I'm well versed in that.
But my boss will have all the information you need. He's the one who sent me to look for you. I know Sayaneth is how I got the information of your location. But my boss has a keen interest in you. He is not popular among the church folk. So hearing that someone other than me successfully killed the pontiff, he wanted me to find you and test your mettle. Well, at first I wasn't very impressed. You're quite a stealthy man. Notably, that pause wasn't in character. Like, a burp got trapped in my throat. And I was like...
While before it seems working alone hasn't done the best for me, I seem to be doing better working with my associates.
Which is why I assume you might want to get them in on this. I promise you the reward would be quite great.
I firmly believe my associates and I can take care of this.
Now, I need to go to prison. How would you like to be murdered? She says that with a sly grin.
Okay,
This is...
if you pretend to murder me, if I breathe even once, they will throw me in prison too.
That's why I
'Cause
have
remember-
a potion of feigned death.
Okay.
Let's go make a show.
Okay.
I'm going to stab you in the streets. In front of a cop. And when I burn your body, as she conjures illusory fire, nothing will be left.
And what happens to me?
I'm assuming you sneak off.
Oh, no. Okay.
Now, she looks outside the window. It seems like the sun is starting to rise, so we better do this quick. Do you follow her out into the streets knowing that she's literally planning on stabbing you?
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
You walk out into the streets as she starts shouting. Listen, you're gonna give me back what you stole.
You don't deserve it back.
I don't deserve it. It belongs to me, you thief.
Like it matters.
Oh, it matters. You Lola. Roll performance with advantage as you're just trying to draw a crowd.
I don't even think I need to re-roll, because that one was a nat 20.
Okay. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see if you get double nat 20. I'll do something fun for that.
No, that's 19.
Y'all are attracting like a full crowd. You're getting a lot of negative attention for being accused of being a thief, which is not popular here. But more than one guard is gathered around. She's just like, you son of a bitch! She stabs you in the chest. But where her blade was made of shadow, you feel it dissipate as it presses against you. So the hilt strikes you in the center of the chest, but it looks like you have been stabbed.
Oh. Oh.
She leaves the weapon in you. As you hear in your ear, I can recall the weapon to me so long as it shares the same plane as me. You're going to take it with you, because I can't sneak it into the prison.
Okay, so this is the part where I'm just going to quickly, like, my knees are going to buckle, and I'm just going to fall back.
And she just pretends like she's casting a fire spell, But she just cast minor illusion of flames bursting throughout your body. As if you're being set on fire. You son of a bitch! No, you don't have to roll shit. You're burning.
I was gonna say, do I need to roll stealth
by
or
guards. You may roll stealth with advantage to sneak away.
14, and that's a 16, 26, 29.
Yeah, nobody's seeing you. That was a show. You sneak off. Do you make your way back to the Morningstar Inn?
Yes, I'm going to make my way back.
You make your way back to the Morningstar Inn, and none of your friends are there. As you enter, you see the two green bottles that run the place going, "Oh, you're the one that never came and took a room last night. Welcome. If you're looking for everybody, they should be coming back here tonight."
Okay. Can I just go take a nap?
Go ahead.
It's been a long time.
They were gonna come back here by evening. How was your night?
I don't think I can tell you in words how the night's gone.
Did you find the love of your life?
No.
You had that starstruck look in your eye as if you just had an evening that blew your mind.
Yeah.
You could see behind their eyes, there's no ill intention. They're just used to Adamantia being a party city. This is basically medieval Vegas.
Yeah.
So
I appreciate it and all, but I'm gonna go take a nap, and we'll.
You go upstairs. You sit in your room as your shadow manifests before you. Well, shit. I couldn't do a damn thing. You hung out in darkness all night. I was so lonely.
I'm sorry. You would have been very useful, but I'm sorry.
I couldn't show up.
I know it's not your fault. Just, it's all right. But I do apologize.
To anybody walking by the room, you are flat talking to yourself.
I know.
Well,
was this room that I've gone to, was it shared? They said there was only the one room, right? Or was this?
It's shared by the party. Nobody's there.
Okay. I know nobody's there, but did anybody leave anything there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I know, like, they'd have to be here for that, but, we're just...
And I don't allow, party-to-party stealing unless it's something we plan ahead of
No,
time.
it wasn't intentionally going to steal, it was just making sure something was somewhere. No, it was not. It was not the cards. I'm not looking for the cards. I was hoping for... I'd have to wait for them to get back. I was hoping for something else very specific, but...
Well, we're going to call it there. Did you have a good time, Tony? In your one-on-one?
Yeah.
Railroad?